Welcome to Grand Prix, your go-to channel for the fastest updates in Formula One. We've got 3 hot stories for you, so make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay ahead of the pack. Let's get started.
Hey friends, how's it going? After months of speculation about a possible agreement between Mercedes and Max Verstappen, the Dutch driver himself had already put an end to the rumors a while back. But this weekend in Singapore, Mercedes team boss Toto Wolff made sure to close the door completely, and in a way, even gave Verstappen a bit of a cold shoulder. Wolff stated clearly that Mercedes is fully satisfied with its current driver lineup, George Russell and Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and that there's simply no room for Verstappen in the team's short or long-term plans. During the Singapore Grand Prix weekend, Toto confirmed both drivers will remain with Mercedes in 2026, emphasizing their growth and performance. On Antonelli, the 19-year-old rookie who has faced a lot of scrutiny this season, Wolff was firm. His mistakes are part of the natural learning curve for a young driver, and Mercedes has full confidence in his talent. When it came to Russell, fresh off a brilliant win in Singapore, Wolff highlighted his consistency and steady evolution throughout the season, calling him a pillar for Mercedes' future. And then came the blunt dismissal of Verstappen speculation. Earlier this year, Verstappen was frequently mentioned as a possible Mercedes target. Some even suggested talks for 2026 could eventually happen, especially with uncertainty at Red Bull following Christian Horner's exit. But Wolff shut all of that down, stating that Verstappen is not in Mercedes' future plans at all. With Russell and Antonelli, Wolff insisted the team doesn't need Verstappen, even if he is a 4-time world champion. This declaration from Toto Wolff sends a clear message. Mercedes is building from within rather than chasing established superstars. It's a vote of confidence in Russell's leadership qualities and Antonelli's long-term potential, showing the team's commitment to stability during this transition toward the 2026 regulation changes. Of course, in Formula One, nothing is ever set in stone. Driver market dynamics can change overnight. We've seen sudden moves before, even after team bosses insisted nothing will happen. So while Wolff's comments make it sound like Mercedes and Verstappen are not destined to cross paths, it's always worth keeping an eye on how both parties perform and what opportunities may arise in 2026. For now, though, Toto Wolff's message couldn't be clearer. Mercedes is betting on Russell and Antonelli, not Verstappen. So now I want to know what you think. Is Toto right to shut down any Verstappen rumors and focus only on his young duo? Or do you think sooner or later Mercedes might realize they still need Verstappen to fight at the very top?
Hey friends, how's it going? Ferrari just lived through a weekend to forget at the Singapore Grand Prix as the team faced a major braking issue that completely compromised the performance of their cars. These failures had already appeared in earlier races this season, but in Singapore, the situation escalated dramatically. During Friday practice, engineers detected a technical imbalance in the system. The right and left rear brakes were running at different temperatures. And that type of issue is especially critical in Singapore, one of the most demanding tracks on brakes in all of Formula One, with its slow corners, stop-and-go nature, and very few straights to cool the components. By just the 8th lap, Charles Leclerc was already forced to manage the defect, lifting off the throttle at the end of straights to ease the strain and reduce heat. But soon, the issue spread to the front axle, making the situation even worse. The race quickly turned into a test of survival, with Leclerc crossing the line only in 6th place, a massive 45 seconds behind race winner George Russell. Meanwhile, Lewis Hamilton also battled overheating problems and finished in 7th place, before later dropping to 8th due to a penalty, ironically also linked to braking struggles. The detail that drew the most criticism came before the race even started. Ferrari decided not to increase brake ventilation, even though they were fully aware of the risks. That choice was made to preserve efficiency and straight-line speed, but it backfired badly, as the brakes simply couldn't withstand the extreme demands of Marina Bay. What stings even more is that Ferrari's engineers knew this problem existed. Overheating had already been flagged in earlier races, yet the team judged it not critical and brought no updates or reinforcements to Singapore. That risky bet turned into a disaster, with fans and analysts alike questioning why such a critical area of performance was neglected for so long. The outcome? Ferrari remains winless in the 2025 season, stuck in third place in the Constructors' Championship with just 6 races left. Once again, a questionable technical decision transformed what could have been a solid result into another painful red nightmare. So here's my question to you. What do you make of Ferrari's recent decisions? Do you think there's a specific weak link inside the team, whether in management, technical leadership, or strategy, that needs to be changed before they can finally get back on the path to winning again? Or is this just part of the chaos that comes with competing at the very top? Drop your thoughts below, because one thing is certain: Ferrari can't afford many more weekends like Singapore.
Hey friends, how's it going? The situation at Ferrari continues to be anything but smooth. This season started with huge expectations, the arrival of Lewis Hamilton, a brand new car, and promises of a serious title challenge. But lately, what was supposed to be a dream has started to look more like a nightmare. Ferrari has yet to win a single race in 2025 and currently sits only in third place in the Constructors' Championship, with Red Bull quickly closing in. But according to sources close to the team, the real problem goes far beyond the car itself. The coordination between the Maranello factory and the trackside operations is under heavy scrutiny, with too many errors in car setup, confusing strategies, and repeated execution failures across race weekends. And now, to make things even more tense, the Corriere della Sera reported that Lewis Hamilton has once again submitted a detailed report to Ferrari's management, asking for urgent changes in both methods and internal communication. According to the newspaper, Hamilton pointed to serious communication gaps between the factory in Maranello and the trackside crew, gaps that directly impact race performance. The 7-time world champion is also said to be frustrated with his limited influence on strategic decisions. Hamilton expected to have a greater role in choices such as race strategies and even in the car's development direction. Instead, Ferrari's current philosophy has been to give its engineers full freedom to design and run the car largely as they see fit, with most decisions made in Maranello independent of the driver's preferences. On top of Hamilton's concerns, there are also reports of tensions between Ferrari and the FIA. The governing body has been conducting frequent inspections on Ferrari's cars, which forced the team into a more conservative approach in certain areas. This added scrutiny has only increased the pressure on Matteo Tognanelli, the trackside operations chief, whose work has been questioned again in recent weeks. Several technical issues have piled up, from updates that failed to deliver the expected performance to recurring struggles with brake systems and tire degradation. These problems have been flagged for weeks but remain unresolved, exploding most recently at the Singapore Grand Prix, where brake failures nearly cost the team dearly. Meanwhile, Ferrari's rivals are steadily improving their pace, even as they shift much of their focus to 2026 regulations. That contrast has made Ferrari's lack of progress even more alarming. So, here's the big question. Is Hamilton right to demand changes and push for more influence inside Ferrari? Or do you think the team structure is fine and these are just growing pains that will naturally improve? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because this debate about Ferrari's direction and Hamilton's role is only going to heat up as the season